out of all the interviews you've done, like what's your favorite?
Couple come to mind. I think Ice-T was like a really funny one, like the first one that I did, because so we do this interview. I'm so excited. I mean, this is years and years ago, but I'm so excited. I do the interview. We finish it. I text a number that I think is Ice-T's publicist because I'm like, hey, I need some photos. And he goes, no, this is Ice. And I was like, oh. And like, I didn't realize that I was texting him. Yeah. And so then like through that, we've just like become friends. So like I've known him now for just a really long time. So he'll just call me randomly sometimes and be like, hey, I have this project coming out. And then I'm like, okay. And I just grab my recorder, hit record. And if I just ask him maybe one or two questions, like he'll just go. And he's like one of the best interviews, and he's hilarious. He's smart. He's just knows his stuff. He's funny. I mean, everything about him is just awesome.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah, very busy. So like to get a phone call from him, you're like, what? Like, yeah, he's great. So he's one of my favorites. You know, I guess outside of hip hop, Isaac Brock from Modest Mouse, the indie band, he was one of my favorites. That was my first, it was 2015. I interviewed him for Thrasher, and I was told that I only had 20 minutes, right? And so we were getting to the 20-minute point. I said, hey, you know I got to let you go. He's like, no, I think I call the shots. Do you have any more questions? I was like, awesome. Yeah. Okay. So then he's been one of the greatest. Yeah. And so we've done tons of interviews, been friends for a very long time now, 11 years. And so I was in Portland not that long ago, and I got to go to his studio, and like he let me take any merch I wanted. Like, It was awesome. I left with like 4 bags of stuff. I actually just talked to him a couple of days ago, and I'm supposed to do something with him again. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like I've done hundreds and hundreds of interviews, and so I've been very lucky. I mean, I landed Yoko Ono for High Times. Wow. Which is pretty crazy. Yeah. I landed Morrissey for Thrasher. I also landed Brian Ferry from Roxy Music, for Wax Poetics, which like nobody could get. So like, I've done some good stuff where sometimes I look back and I'm like, you really did that. You really did that. Yeah.
So like like you said, you've done like 100 cities, right? Do you still get nervous?
No. I don't get nervous. I think maybe there's been a couple nerves when it's in person and I haven't met them before or something. Like I could get a little bit nervous, but as soon as I start talking, like everything just kind of goes away. And it's it
gets easier. Like it gets easier when you're having a conversation and then like they're into it, like you're into it. Mm-hmm. It just kind of flows naturally. Mm-hmm. Do you kind of always have like some questions already that like you're going to ask? Do you do like a certain amount of kind of like research and stuff?
That's a great question. So I think my style has evolved over the years. I think before I came in almost like too prepared. Like I have like exact questions I want to ask, right? These days, if I'm not familiar with the subject, I'll make bullet points. And then if I'm really familiar with the subject, I don't do anything. And I just like let the conversation go where it goes. I think it's really important to, like we're doing, like have that conversation instead of like question, answer, because people get bored with that. And people don't want to be talked to like they're just a subject. You want to have those genuine conversations. And I think that's what I've been able to kind of cultivate over the years, is just being able to talk to people on a human level. Not like, oh, you're famous and you're a star. You know what I mean? Like I've been in too many situations where I see people like fan out, and it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
I'm like, stop right now. Yeah. Just stop. And they get uncomfortable. It makes artists uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And I've seen that. I saw that with Gift of Gab. I saw that with, all sorts of different artists who just are like, they want to get away from that real fast.
It's your first time here, want to see what I'm about. Lot of voices in the room, but I'm bringing them out. Told them loyalty's a bond, they don't know what that is. They was looking for a wave, life will throw you right in. Follow crumbs through the storm, never saw no sign.
Who would you say is the biggest star you've interviewed?
I I mean, Ice Cube's a big one.
Yeah.
Like, and he's one of my favorites too. I texted him yesterday. It was his birthday.
Is he nice?
So nice. Like, so nice. And it's so funny because there's so many people that have reputations as like maybe not being nice or being intimidating or whatever. Yeah. And no, like I haven't had many of those situations where I'm like, wow, you're really rude or like mean, or no, I haven't. I'm really lucky. Cube is one of the good ones.
Have you been to a Big 3 game?
No, that would be cool though.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
we should go.
Yeah,
like, hey, hook it up. Yeah,
text Cube.
Yeah, what up, Cube?
What's up, bro?
Hook it up.
I'm trying to go.
Oh, man, it was funny because when I used to go through his manager, and then I had to interview him for Chuck's magazine a while back, and I was in Chicago. I'll never forget it because my husband had a conference, a graphic design conference, and. He's like, I think Chuck D gave me his number. He's like, just hit him up or something. And I was like, okay. And so like I hit him up, or I don't know how it happened, but I had to hide in a closet because like there was no space to do the interview because there was a big conference. I'm there's so many people. It's so loud. Mm-hmm. And so I'm in this like tiny janitor closet, like doing an interview with Ice Cube. Like I do what I need to do to get it done, Marcy.
To get it, right?
Yeah, I've done a lot of things like that where I just have to like pivot and like figure out where I'm going to do it. But then when he gave me his number, I was like, I put it in my phone. It says Ice Cube for real, all caps.
Oh yeah, so you meant it for real? Yeah, no fake. That's funny.
Exactly.
That's cool. Okay, you mentioned like being in the closet. Mm-hmm. So doing anything that it take. So like, tell me what's kind of one of the. Give me a story of you like really doing like. Would it take, or just kind of one of the most like oddest like situations like to do an interview?
That was definitely one of them. I've done so many interviews in cars, which is very challenging. I did an interview with HR from Bad Brains. I'm actually wearing an HR shirt right now, and we just were with him a few days ago, and we were moving from Omaha to Colorado, and we have a U-Haul behind us, and I'm like on the phone with him, like trying to do this interview. Done lots of situations like that. Let's see. I mean, yeah, like closets at Red Rocks or like small dressing rooms, you know, like just weird spots that you don't really expect to be doing interviews. But I'd say the closet was the weirdest one.
Yeah. So. Let's go here. So you mentioned moving to. Some claps right there. So you mentioned moving to Omaha. Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and do our intro.
Okay.
So Marcia's in the backstage, chilling with Kyle Eustice, right? But Kyle is the name you go by, but is Kyle your birth name? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I was named after a ballerina. Her name was Kyle, and she actually ended up being a journalist as well. So I think that's kind of funny that we both ended up journalists.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is. Yep. So those that do not know much about you, like you mentioned moving away from here to Denver, right? And through this conversation we've been having, so most people would assume you're some kind of journalist or something like that, right? Or some kind of interviewer or whatever, right? Yeah. But you got your start here, but it wasn't interviewing big time like rap stars or people in the industry, was it?
I mean, it started here. So my very first interview was with Brother Ali from Rhymesayers. So that was 2000.
The very first one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right out the gate.
Yep.
Right out the gate. Okay. Right out the gate.
I mean, like that. That's what started it, you know. And I'll never forget it. It was Sokol Auditorium in the basement, of Sokol Underground, and I was nervous, very nervous.
Very first one.
Oh yeah.
How'd you line that up? Like, how'd that come about?
I can't remember. I mean, it had to have been through Rhymesayers because I had been going to a lot of Rhymesayers shows back then. So, because, you know, they're from Minneapolis, so they came down to Omaha a lot. So it was like POS and all those guys. Doomtree. Yeah. And so I think I was just offered it. Like, hey, do you want to interview him for the Omaha City Weekly? And I was just like, yeah.
Okay, so you was working for the Omaha City Weekly at the time.
Yeah, so I started with Omaha City Weekly and The Reader. And Omaha City Weekly was the gateway. But when I first started there, I was literally the intern getting paper at Office Max. I mean, all the stuff you hear about. I was doing only local news rewind, they'd call them. So I was just summarizing local news. And then one day I asked the music editor at the time, Andrew Norman, I said, hey, can I please do some music stuff? Like, that's really what I want to do. And
Andrew Norman?
Yeah. Do you know Andrew Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy?
Him. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Andy.
I love him.
Okay.
Thank you, Andy. I
guy,
love you.
man.
Thank you so much. Andrew, you know I do.
Guy, man. Shout out to Andy.
Oh my gosh. So he hooked it up, said, sure. I think he gave me like a CD review, like something like that. And it just started small. And then from there, I just kept climbing, and like just wanting to do more and more. And then, the Brother Ali opportunity came about, and I can't remember exactly how, but it happened.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then after that, it was kind of like hooked,
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. Who was all on that show?
Oh, couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you?
Nope. And what, 20 years? Yeah.
20 years ago?
Remember.
Okay. Yeah,
Marcy, I used to smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. You was out there in Denver, shoot. So at what point did you move to Denver? Like, what was that deciding factor?
So it's a kind of a different story. So I moved to actually Santa Fe first. So I lived in New Mexico. I moved there in 2007 or 8. I got a side gig at the Santa Fe Reporter doing the music calendar. And then I realized, oh, wow, there's no hip hop here, like no hip hop shows here. So I started throwing my own. So then through that, I just started meeting more and more people. And then I became pretty good at it, in my opinion, in terms of promotions. I was booking, Souls of Mischief. I was getting all sorts of dope stuff. Yeah. To come through. Oh, a lot of DJ shows too, like Rock Rada. I had DJ Newmark from Jurassic 5. I had D Styles from Invisible Scratch Pickles. I was they were incredible shows. Rob Swift, down in Albuquerque. Yeah. And I was just having a lot of success with that. And then at the same time, writing and still trying to get my career off the ground, still hustling coffee at Whole Foods. I was the barista at Whole Foods in Santa Fe. Yeah. But through that, I met the whole town because everybody would come through for coffee there. And so just one thing led to another. I started working with the biggest promoter in Santa Fe. And then, it just kind of took off from there.
So at that point, what was your ultimate goal? At the point while you're doing that in Santa Fe, what were you looking towards getting to? Mm-hmm.
It's funny. There was a Facebook memory that popped up a while ago, and it was I want to be in big magazines. It was, and it's so funny that I made it happen. Yeah. So that was the goal. And the first big magazine that I was in was Thrasher. So I've been with Thrasher Skateboarding Magazine since 2010.
Sick.
And that's through an Omaha connection as well. But they published my very first big magazine interview with Cursive from Omaha.
Okay, so that's who you wrote about?
Mm-hmm.
It's Cursive?
Yep.
Is that Connor?
No, that's Tim Casher.
Tim Casher?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but shout out to Joe Hammocky. So Joe Hammocky was the staff photographer for Thrasher, and he's from Omaha, and we grew up together. And I was talking to him one day, and he's like, "Oh, Cursive's playing in Albuquerque. You should go down there and interview him for Thrasher." And I was like, "Yeah, right." I didn't believe it at all, but I went and did it anyway. Yeah. And so I did it. I turned in the story, and I think a month went by, and I didn't hear anything. And I texted him, and I said, "Oh, so I take it it's not coming out?" And he's like, "October 2010." So the October 2010 issue arrived. There's my interview. Yeah. Oh my God. It was insane. I remember running around to anywhere I could show it to people. I was showing it to people. Baskin Robbins lady, coffee lady, whoever it was. I was like, look, it was just such a big moment for me. And so, I've been with them ever since.
You still got it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Actually, so we're moving, so I've been packing, and so I was going through all my Thrashers, and I took a picture of a bunch of the really big ones that I just can't believe how many there are. Yeah.
So how is it? So you've been there how long now?
16
years.
Mm-hmm.
How is it?
Great. Yeah. I mean, it's easy. Yeah. They're probably the least problematic publication. I just tell them, hey, do you want this interview? And they're like, yeah. And then I write it up, and there I go.
So fast forward now. Not only do you write for them, who else do you write for now?
Ooh, you ready for this?
Yeah, you ready?
So So Rolling Stone, Spin, which I do a lot with, XXL, Wax Poetics, Hollywood Reporter, Chuck D's magazine, obviously, Hits. I'm a senior editor there. Who else? I mean, that's just off the top of my head. There's other ones.
Yeah.
Omaha magazine.
Okay.
Got to keep my foot in the local scene. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you do this article here?
I don't think I did that one. Did I? Could have. No.
You did one of my Omaha magazine articles, didn't you?
I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to get you in Edge magazine again
Edge
right
magazine?
now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. For those that don't know, you actually gave me my first kind of big hip hop blog doing the hip hop DX and things like that. So those placements those are huge. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, so.
I always want to support, you know, my Omaha people whenever I can. And it's a big reason why I still write for Omaha magazine is because my mother, as I mentioned, she was very connected with the press here and she did a lot of work with Omaha magazine. And I always just want to keep my foot in it because out of respect for her. Yeah. I don't know if you know, but she was actually inducted into the Omaha Press Club Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And I went and got to accept her award posthumously on her behalf. Yeah. And it was a very emotional, as you can imagine, day. It was one of the last days I saw John Huston from The Reader. Mm-hmm. You know, he passed away. He did. And he's also very instrumental in my career. Mm-hmm. So it was John Huston, Andrew Norman, Jim Mingy, Tony Moten from the World Herald. Those guys really made a difference in my life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You really need mentors and people who are going to guide you, which I think that's about you. I think you're great to have this place, and I think you do that for a lot of people.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I mean, it's really important, you know, the impact and the impact that you leave and that's there long after, you know, and you're showing example. I know your mother be super proud. I mean, you already know she is. She mad proud, you know. So, again, thanks for coming here. I know you're a busy person, so you in town and you've been able to carve time out to come hang out with me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's super cool.
To me.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So, before you had left here, was there much of a hip hop scene for music here? Were you into it? Were you writing about it?
Yeah, I was, and I was really supportive of Mars Black and E-Babs and Jamaz. Back in the day, Articulate, CMB, some of those guys. You know, I did struggle in the beginning though because I didn't get a lot of love for that. You know, I felt like I was being challenged because I am a white girl from Omaha, you know. So those were some barriers in the early days. Yeah. I always felt like I had something to prove. You don't know about hip hop. What do you know? You're white. You're a girl. That kind of stuff. I've smashed that stereotype, which has been kind of cool. But it was hard in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I understand that. Right. Yeah. I mean, you being white and then doing hip hop and, but you're the one with the platform, right? So I mean, you gotta respect it.
Well, I'm the one with the platform, but I'm also the one that actually did her homework, you know. And I'm getting the story straight from the source. I'm not just doing research. I respect the architects of this culture so much. Yeah. And I wouldn't work for Chuck D if that wasn't the case. He wouldn't have me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's I think now it's not an issue like it used to be. I mean, people that don't know me, maybe, they'll make snap judgments and stuff like that. But I think once I start talking and they know about my career and stuff, they're like, whoa, okay. You've actually put in the 10,000 hours and done your due diligence, you know, and I respect it. Yeah. And I think that's the most important thing, especially with the architects of this culture. And as they age, I think it's really important. Because, there's a lot of ageism in hip hop. Yeah. And that's not cool because we have Rolling Stones still touring at 83 years old or, Paul McCartney who's about to turn 84. Yeah. I mean, they get nothing but respect. Yeah. So why is it different for hip hop?
So is You're right. Is there ageism in writers? Like in that?
No, I don't think so. But there is some competition for sure. Yeah. Like I feel it, especially with women.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I won't name names.
So,
but yeah.
So you continuing to still knock down doors, right? You know, and overcome barriers and obstacles and things like that. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Those from the outside.
Thank you.
You know,
I'm trying.
You know, can see you do like you doing your thing though.
Yeah.
For real.
But don't you find that it's kind of cool that like when you do something and it's a success and then it leads to another thing and then another thing and then another thing. And like I think that's how you kind of maintain a career like this. It's like that's how you get longevity because it's all about those relationships, the people you know. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so-and-so is going to suggest you for this or that. And it keeps going. And it keeps the cycle going. So, yeah, I think sometimes I'm, like, afraid that it's going to stop. But then it's like, no, I've already been building this for almost 2 decades. So, like, I don't
got so much momentum that's going.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But, you know, you always stay on your toes because there's always somebody else willing to do it for less money or you know what I mean? Like you gotta be careful.
Were you at the Grammys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How was that?
That was awesome. Yeah, I go every year. It's so fun. Being like there's 2 ceremonies. I don't know if people realize. So there's 2 ceremonies. The first one's like during the day. It's where most of the awards are given out. And for that, you get open seating, so you can like sit anywhere. So I'm always in the front row because I get there real early, you know. Yeah. So I get in the front row, and like I just get to see all the action, and it's so fun. And I was there when Killer Mike won all the rap Grammys, and I was so fortunate because I had gotten to tell him that he was nominated, and I had gone to his Grammy party the night before or something, and he swept it, and like that was one of the best moments. So that was 2 years ago, and then like this year was fun too. It's just a different experience than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame though. So like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction is something I also go to every year, and that's actually my favorite. It's way better. To me. Sorry, Grammys. No disrespect.
Why is it better? Is it like the red carpet better, the food better?
No,
like the seating? Like,
no, I think it's like you never know who's gonna show up. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of times there's a lot of backstage, there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? Can I tell you my Outkast story?
Please.
Okay, so Outkast got inducted last year. Yeah. And so, of course, you know I'm going to be there.
Of course.
So my brother's birthday was November 7th, and the ceremony was November 8th. And so my brother wanted to come down from Portland and stay with me, and my dad came as well. So I was like, all right, cool. So that day, the day of the induction, my brother just wanted for his birthday to get a bike and go down Venice Boardwalk. I said, okay, let's do it. So my dad, who had knee surgery recently, his knee was acting up then. And so we ended up getting this like electric one. So we're driving down Venice. My brother's like 6'2" or 6'1", driving this little cart. I'm laughing hysterically. Like it's the funniest, best thing ever. I'm having so much fun, okay? I'm in heaven. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a guy with a red beanie, and I go, this is from behind too. Yep. And I go, that looks like Andre 3000. Yeah. I go, that looks like Andre 3000. And I go, turn around. So my brother turns around this stupid cart. He's like, this motorized cart. He turns it around. And I look again. He's wearing an Epic Records sweatshirt. And I go, that's his label. I was like, that's him. I was like, turn around. So like finally, we get real close. I'm taking pictures like I'm TMZ, right? And it's definitely him. And my dad keeps going, are you sure that's him? I'm like, Dad, I swear to God, like just pull over. And so they let me off this thing. And he's in the bathroom, like on the beach, right? And I'm waiting there. And he comes out, and I'm like so nervous. This is when I'm nervous, okay? 'Cause it's Andre 3000. He's like one of my favorite.
Had you met him before ever?
Never.
Okay.
Never talked to him. Yeah. Never interviewed him. I've only interviewed Big Boy. And so he comes out, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't even know what I said. And like at the time, there's this guy that like this guy who lives on the beach. Apparently, he's been there for 40 years. He told me. He's like confronting me. He's like, leave him alone. And like all this, I go, are you his bodyguard? I was like, what is going on? Like, yeah, leave me alone. So I was really nervous, right? Because he was making me scared a little bit. Because I was like, what's this guy going to do? So anyway, I was like, can I please take a picture? And he's like, yeah, as long as you're in it with me. So Andre and I like take a selfie, right? And I was like, oh my God. He was so nice. So nice. And I tell him a little bit about Rico Wade. Like, I'm friends with your friends, you know, and he's just like, wow, so you're really in it. I was like, yep. Anyway, blacked out probably. I don't know what I said after that. I was just like, okay, bye. So we leave. I'm so happy. Cloud 9. No one's messing with me that day. Okay. Speak of the devil. It's my brother. He must know. And so then later that night, I'm backstage at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Who do I run into? Second time in a day.
3 stacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's wearing the same hat. And I said, hey, I'm that nerd on the beach that came up to you. And he goes, I remember, but I was so worried about that guy behind you that I didn't know what he was going to do. And I was like, me too.
What a good guy.
So I was like, thank you, Andre. Yeah. Like
solid dude.
Yep. So solid.
Yeah.
Then I meet Tyler, the creator. Finally got to tell him like, hey, we did an interview for Thrasher. He's like, I remember. I met L.A. Reid.
Yeah.
I freaking saw LL again. He's always backstage somewhere. Yeah. And it was just a magical day. That was probably one of the best days I've had in a while.
Oh yeah.
Good day. Andre. 3 stacks. And then I wrote about it for Chuck D's magazine.
Okay.
So that's out.
Yeah.
That's out now.
That's so fire though. I know you got tons. I know you just got so many stories.
Yep.
Are you gonna write a book one day?
I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been asked a couple times, so it could be in the future, the near future.
So what's next?
What's next? New York.
Okay.
So I leave New York Monday, and I'm hoping to get. I'm going to the prison where Kid Creole is from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. And, he's been locked up since 2017 for manslaughter. And it's a very complicated, weird case. And so I'm going to go investigate that a little bit and see what I can find out. And then I'm going July 6th to LA for the Bone Thugs and Harmony Hollywood Walk of Fame star ceremony, which will be so awesome.
Okay.
Crazy Bone and I have been pretty good homies for a while now. And then after that, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in November. I got to tell Wu-Tang Clan they were in. Yeah. Okay. I was on the phone. Ghostface and who else? Who else did I tell? Raekwon and Young Dirty Bastard. And so that was real fun. So that'll be good. That's November 13th, I think. And then, that's kind of like on the horizon. But then, of course, I have interviews like all week.
Okay.
Yep.
Super dope. That's cool.
I'm writing for Vibe again because Vibe's back in print.
Okay, Vibe.
Yeah,
Vibe.
I forgot to mention that one.
That's dope.
And Thrasher and High Times.
High Times.
High Times is kind of funny because I haven't smoked weed in 16 years, but I gotta keep it.
But you can relate though.
Head clear,
For me, I understand. I'm gonna be out in Denver for the Daniel Caesar concert.
Oh, you are?
Yep, next month. So
that's what that is.
On the 14th.
I kept looking at that. I was like, Daniel Caesar.
Yeah. Me and my daughter's going. I gotta make sure it's there. Yeah.
Wait, what is the date?
The 14th.
The 14th.
So I'll be out there the 13th through the 15th. So I'll get there the day before.
Okay.
And
let me know. I'll be there.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be in town.
Okay.
Yep. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I'll definitely holler at you for sure.
Yeah, you should. But Colorado. Yeah, been there. People are always like, why do you live here? I'm like, because it's beautiful and I'm right by Red Rocks and there's a lot of shows and it's a good spot. I like to ski.
Okay.
Yeah. Figured out I can ski.
I want to get into skiing.
Yeah.
I want to do it. Yeah.
It's so fun. And I thought I would be so bad at it. And I'm actually not that bad.
Pretty good.
My husband though, he's like diamond skier. He's so good.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'll be on the green runs and he's over on the blacks.
Killing it.
He'll come just cruising. Yeah. I'm like, how do you go that fast, dude? I would have a heart attack. He's pretty crazy, but.
Yeah, he's probably trying to make the X Games. You know?
One day.
Right.
I'll be the oldest one.
Yeah.
He's about to turn 44. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Out. My mom and my husband have the same birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
July
cool.
9th.
July 9th. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's coming up.
We're both born on the 9th. I'm December 9th.
Okay.
9's a lucky number.
So that make you a Sag.
A Sagittarius. I am such a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hands and everything. Yeah.
You know, Leos and Sags are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Leo.
Yeah, I'm a Leo. Yeah.
When's your birthday?
August 11th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's hip hop's birthday.
You feel me?
Yep, 1973.
I can't make this stuff up.
See?
I be trying to tell people.
There's a reason.
Can't make it up. and I was born at 4:44 a.m.
No way.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
the Jay-Z album.
I'm not kidding.
See, I know my shit.
Yeah, you do for sure. No, for sure. Listen, we can talk for hours. But I'm gonna be mindful of your time, and I'm gonna let you get up out of here. But I'm gonna see you again tomorrow, though. We still on, right?
Yes, we're on.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna see Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Allen.
Yeah. Paul B. We're coming to see you, man.
I can't wait.
All right, well, it was a pleasure having you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Right.
That was fun. That's awesome. Yeah, I could literally talk to you for hours. Hello. How are you?
The infamous. Have you seen this guy around?
No. Oh, yes, I have. Do you do the reports on the traffic? Oh my God, and like the construction. I love you. Yeah, I freaking I watch those. I send them to my dad. I'm like, look at this shit. Yeah, this is amazing. I'm Kyle. Nice to meet you too. That suit explains it. You are dressed to impress. My God. I love it. Yeah, no.
I feel like I'm not hopping on a wave. I feel like it's the next move in the Marcia's era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
just move into the media space, especially with the culture media thing and launching.
Fine by me, man.
Yeah,
I think for me, it's the everybody wants a podcast now. That shit drives me nuts.
Yeah,
I mean, people email me, DM me, hey man, I'm just starting a podcast, and I was like, everybody's got a podcast now.
Yeah,
like,
you just starting.
Most people
one.
don't have anything to talk about.
All right, and here's my taking you right about this, right?
Yeah.
And you can't look at me and be like, oh, well, nah, because I already been established doing things, so I can try the things and move into another space. But again, I can reinvent my podcast I already had that was existing. Now,
but you were already in the game. That's difference
exactly
between everybody just coming out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying, and exactly the reason why these other people's podcasts are successful is because they already had a name for themselves before starting the podcast, right?
No, I'm talking about everybody just and their mom right now is just trying to make a new podcast about something. Yeah. Everyone wants a relationship podcast. Everyone wants to talk, what's happening in Omaha podcast. I can't stand that shit. I mean, I can. It's cool. But it's like, does everybody need one? We don't have enough people to listen. We're going to have more podcasters than people listening to it.
You're going to have more people doing it than actually there to listen. And you're right about that. And Omaha is a copycat. Like, I want to do as much a lot of places is, but I feel like Omaha do that stuff a lot. You know what I mean?
They do. But I think it's good for business. Yeah. Really. Like, I see a lot of people like copying my format of like talking in the street now.
Yeah. You think that's good for business?
Yeah, I think it's good for business. I mean, it's not like anybody is going to be me. I've seen people actually try to be or do what I do, and it's just like some stuff that they'd never even done before.
Yeah, people trying to do the show up to like construction sites or just like being in the streets.
Construction's a topic. So
okay, go ahead.
I'm talking about like people just. I mean, I don't just talk about construction anymore. Yeah. I talk about construction, but I talk about just whatever is going on that's annoying.
Okay.
But now there's like a bunch of people that are trying to go out and say, hey, look at this new spot.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get you saying.
And there's some people that were doing things even before I was doing them, in this format. But now I've created a little stand in front of the camera format where, you can just have your phone out and do the thing. And now a lot of people are starting to do that, what I think is great. I think that inspiring people to do that, it's only helping create more things to do and to be around here. Not everybody's going to be successful at it, but that's like everything.
I feel that. Yeah, you're right. It's good to inspire.
Yeah. Did we start already?
Yeah. Huh?
We started already?
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet. Yeah. We going.
Hello.
We're going like, man. We just conversating, man. Like
yeah.
Like this is much as just like having conversations, bro. Mm-hmm. Right? Not like not where it's like I'm trying to unpack some things or trying to like do anything other than just sit down and just like chop it up.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you, gotten to know you over the years, right? But like we've always, you know what I'm saying, being crossing boys, had like a respect for each other just for what.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've been out here doing your thing probably longer than I've been doing my thing. How old are you?
I'm 40 now.
49?
No, 40. 40.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah. No, man. No.
You look great for 40, man.
Yeah, I do.
But you're in your 30s, man.
I do. Yeah. That's the misconception. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that, but nah, man. Correct. I am very much, you know what I'm saying, a good looking 40-year-old fella.
Hey man, nothing wrong with it, man.
You feel me? Yeah.
I'm not too bad for myself.
Yeah, man. And so like you saying, yeah, like I've been on the music scene here since, let's see, I'll say officially 2013 is when I released like my first project, right?
2015?
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I moved away for a couple of years because I moved to Arizona to work on audio engineering and like producing and stuff like that. So I went to the conservatory out there
in Arizona. That's pretty dope, man.
Yep. So I kind of got to like a later start on the scene. So I was probably 27, 20 when I dropped like my first project.
That's not even a bad time to get started, man.
Man, I spent most of that time. Yeah, I spent most of that time just trying to like get better at what I was doing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I had a lot of like life responsibilities and stuff, man. Having my son so early and stuff like that, and so having to work out of that phase of like all the real life things and all the expectations, and still trying to hang on to the thing that you do want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like a battle. You feel what I'm saying?
I do.
To get to this place to where people are buying into the thing that you do say are your dreams versus them saying you should be doing this, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but people are always going to be saying that. And usually it's from people who aren't doing anything. That also drives me nuts. I'm going to be ranting all day on this.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
You know, I mean, people are always going to be saying stuff, man. People say stuff like that to me all the time. It's like I had this video idea. One of my video ideas is to make a video that's like if I did what my clients wanted me to do for my videos. It's like, hey, there's construction everywhere. You know where there's not construction? Right here at their building. You know, it's like some corny stuff.
Yeah, then that is corny.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, if you just listen to what everybody told you to do and just did that,
yeah, it
just wouldn't. I mean, you would just be going into somebody else's life, somebody else's dream for what they think you're going to be doing. But everybody, if you ask somebody, they're going to have an opinion on what they think. You can ask a dummy and they'll give you a dumb opinion.
Exactly. And that's one thing I learned is like, if you ain't doing what I'm doing or trying to do what I do, like, not that it's no disrespect, but I can only take what you're just saying. So, you know what I'm saying? So far, do people that don't make content try to like pitch you content like this?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like clients and stuff like that. Yeah. It could be a client. It could be, I mean, some people
like just like strangers. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, those are clients of a sort too. Like strangers will say something, oh, you should do this, or, you know, like, hey, you should, say something positive, or, you should, hey, highlight this. So go over there. People DM me about that sort of stuff.
Got you.
Tell me on the streets all the time.
Yeah, I got you. So, I know I used to always see you pretty much like when I go to the farmer's market downtown.
Good times.
And then I would see you playing with the jitterbug. Am I saying it right?
You talking about the jazz band?
No, your band, Jordan.
Jordy and the Jitterbugs.
Yeah, Jordan and Jitterbugs.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Yep. And then Parfait is like the main band still.
Yeah, Parfait. How many other music crews you got?
Maybe one more. There used to be 4. You know, I would do. I had this band called Snap, and then Parfait was separate, and then I had Jordy and the Jitterbugs, and then I had my own smaller project, which is just like Jordan the Ninja Band or Jordan the Ninja and Friends. It ended up turning into Jordan the Ninja and Friends, but now it's now Snap and Parfait have kind of merged, so now it's all Parfait. There is no Snap. Whenever I play with other people, it's either Jordan the Ninja Band or it's Jordan the Ninja and Friends. So that's technically just 1, 2, and then Jordy and the Jitterbugs is one band. So then I play solo. So technically I have 4 different musical projects going on right now. But yeah, that's kind of how they go up. Just 4, I guess, 3 bands though.
Are you a ninja?
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a ninja background?
Somewhat. Sure. I don't know. I mean, I consider myself to be a ninja.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a lot of there's a modern way of looking at what ninjas are, you know, like ninjas they can do anything. That's kind of how I think about myself. I can do anything. Besides that, even if you go back to the ancient, you know, wars in China and Japan, there's a lot of stuff about ninjas that people don't know about. Like the Americanized version of ninjas, you know, are all calling themselves ninja and they're all being all flashy and like, oh yeah, I got this black belt and I got this thingy. But if you actually ever met a real ninja, you would never know you actually met a real ninja. And if you ever found out that you were in front of a real ninja, you probably wouldn't be alive.
Probably a problem.
Yeah, it would be a problem, but a very small problem. Mm-hmm. I think I started kind of studying the ancient arts a little bit.
Yeah.
And for the most part, ninjas were just messengers, actually. Mm-hmm. They were carrying messages across the country to you know, foreign you know, enemies or allies or stuff like that. And the whole point of them was that you would never know that they were there, you know. They didn't carry around, you know, ninja stars or stuff that would like make a lot of noise. They literally, you know, it was about moving in silence. Mm-hmm. You would never know. Mm. But they were also trained in like, I think maybe like 170 different ways to kill you. Mm. So it's like if they ever needed to, they would, but ninjas were trained to avoid being in that sort of conflict at all times. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I think I have a lot of skills, but I think having the power and using it is a different thing. You know, it's a sort of a control thing, being able to control your or use your power for good. You know, I can be petty, but I try not to be.
What's the most pettiest thing you done?
It came right to my head. The pettiest thing I ever did in high school, we were having some food wars, and I remember one time we were in marching band and we got to go down to the field practicing. And I had a solo on saxophone. I was trying to play and it just wasn't coming out. You know, it wasn't coming out. I didn't know what was going. My best friend at the time and another one of his buddies, they were just laughing behind me, but I had no idea what was going on. So they apparently put a banana in my saxophone. Yeah, I know. It was ridiculous. They put a banana in my saxophone. I had no idea what was going on. And from that day on, we were in a food war.
It was on, huh?
Yeah, it was on. It lasted for maybe like a week or two.
Hold on, was the banana in the peel or was it out of it?
It was in the peel.
Okay,
you know.
Right.
So that was very, very helpful.
At least it was thoughtful.
Yeah. At least they were considerate. Unfortunately, I was not as considerate. But anyways, they ended up I think they put peanut butter in my brother's saxophone. There was some other things.
Okay.
That happened, you know, and it was just like a big deal. And I think he got mad about it. So, you know, but I can't, and this is something I've worked on over the years, and I've learned to not take it to 10, you know, whenever I get in these sort of things.
Okay.
My brain just goes to and it's not like crazy to me, but to me, I'm like, yeah, I know how to get them back.
Okay, so what'd you do?
Forget.
What'd you do in the food work?
Man, it's ridiculous. Thank you.
Because
by the way, Scooter's coffee is banging.
Because I had a food war. Like I had a food war too. Dude. I'm gonna tell you about mine after you tell me how you retaliated for this banana in the saxophone thing.
It's
that's crazy.
It was terrible. In fact, I got in a lot of trouble. I after school one day, I went home. Well, I went home. I grabbed some honey from the cabinet. Whoop. Man, what a man.
Got it.
See?
All smooth.
Could I do that if I wasn't a ninja?
I don't know.
See?
Yeah.
The legends are true,
coffees.
kids.
Yep.
Dum, 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 dum. Woo! Gotta love a good cup of Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shit fire.
I went home after school and I grabbed a jar of honey from the cabinet. I took it to school the next day after school was out. I had like rehearsal in theater or something like that, or I was, you know, and I snuck out and I snuck into the band room, you know, and I took out this guy's saxophone, and he owned his own saxophone, which was like really great, you know, when your parents buy you a saxophone, you know.
Yeah, you ain't got to.
It was good, so it was good, you know what I'm saying? I had to use a school saxophone because we couldn't afford that. I pulled out a saxophone, I took that honey, and I poured it all over the saxophone. That was not a good decision to make, but I thought it was epic at the time. And the next day, they let me have it.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody in the band room, they never forgot about that stuff. They never forgot about it, man. And, you know, everybody was mad. The band director, Mr. Lovegren at the time, you know, he took aside me and my best friend. And he said, he said it just like that. So we're putting shit in people's saxophones now. And I was like,
man, they done, come on.
I know.
Did you tell about what they did to you?
I know. He didn't know. I was like, but, I was like, man, they
did it first.
Yeah, but it was so hard to explain, you know, because he didn't want to hear anything. He was just like, nah, I don't hear it. And I was like, oh, man.
Like, this
so
what we doing, bro?
Man. He let us have it,
man.
It was terrible.
So you poured it all over it, though.
I poured it all over it, man. Damn. It was terrible.
That's terrible
for him
to clean up.
I know, man.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to clean that thing, you would probably have to like take all the pieces off and stuff like that.
Listen, man, you can't tell me you can't dictate how far I take it when you do it first, right?
You can't.
But there's a limit though.
Have some humanity.
Have some humanity.
I didn't at that time.
Yeah, no, my guy, man. In the lunchroom, like it was a period of time until they suspended us from the cafeteria because we just kept doing it too much. But like I had my lunch before him, so by the time he got to the cafeteria, I'm like almost done with my meal, you know. And then he always try to do something to my food, right? You know, like if I'm eating, he like grab my hand, like, you know, smash it down onto the tray, or maybe grab like some milk or something, like pour it into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I always had majority of my food eaten before he got to the cafeteria. So when I came back around, because he'll get in there later than me, he'll have his tray, he been and sat down. I come back in the cafeteria. Sometimes he had just sat down while I messed his whole.
Tragic.
He was like, hey man, bro, you messing up my whole meal. Like, and they kept going until they kicked us out of the cafeteria for like a week, bro. So then we stopped it.
Wow. Sounds like a righteous move to make.
Listen, man. Yeah, I had to learn to chill too, though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
I remember, what was it? after that happened, man, I made a really dumb decision, and it was dumb. It was a dumb decision, and honestly, it was righteous at the time. I was like, you know what? I was like, let me just do this because I feel like it's the right thing to do. I thought it was the dumbest thing I ever did. Anyways, I turned to him and I said, you know, that was my best friend. I turned to him and I said, don't worry, I'll take the heat.
Okay.
I said, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to tell him I did it. You know, I tell him I did it all. I tell him I started it all and I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
So I went and I marched in his office and I told him I did everything.
Mm-hmm. And what he tell you?
Huh?
That's it. What he tell you?
And he took my saxophone away. Mm-hmm. And he made me play the worst saxophone in the spot.
Oh, dang.
It was all tore up.
Old
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Damn. Help. Honestly, I should have never did that. First off, yeah. I mean, well, I should have never did that because I didn't start it. First off, it wasn't my fault that all this stuff started. I did end up finishing it, but there were other people involved. There's at least 2 or 3 other people involved in this thing, and I shouldn't have took all the blame, but I did take all the blame, and I was the only person that got the punishment for it.
Hey, some things we got to do, you know. Shout outs to them boys when we did our senior prank. We'll bring the claps in. When we did our senior prank. Shout out to the boys who got investigated because it didn't come back on me, but my senior year, my social studies teacher, she failed me, and so I had to graduate late in the summer, right? Mm-hmm. It was tragic, and we had a party at it was Steve's. Mark and Steve, they was twins.
Okay.
And their parents always went to like the cabins and stuff on the weekend, so we would always like the party at like their house.
Yeah.
I remember they planned it out too. Like they planned out how to get back, the teacher, and man, she hired a private investigator, right? So he was like
a private investigator.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Pulling kids out of class. You know what I mean?
That's
like
crazy.
Intervening them. Yeah.
A whole private investigator.
Investigator.
Like pranks.
Yeah, man.
That's
listen,
crazy.
Man. We did a number, man.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Benson.
Benson?
Yeah.
They had a private investigator at Benson?
I think she hired one. Listen, man, we paintballed our house up, right? We tore it up.
All right, never mind.
Hey.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, we tore stuff up, dog. I ain't even gonna lie, we tore it up.
All right, never mind. That was warranted.
Man. But anyways, man, we chilling though. Got Jordan in the building. What's your full name? Actual name?
Oh boy, like my real name?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, if you don't want people to know, then we ain't gonna tell them.
We can't go there.
Don't tell them.
Jordan the Ninja.
Jordan the Ninja
is my middle name, and Ninja's my last name.
All right, Jordan the Ninja in the building.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But my real middle name. Wait a second. Why did I say that? Yeah, my real middle name is Isaac, though.
Isaac. Okay, I like that. Jordan Isaac.
Yeah,
I feel that.
I used to dance around with a few, nicknames back in the day, but.
When did you start using the Ninja?
2017.
Yeah. What caused you to? What happened?
People don't give you nicknames, man, when you want them.
Okay.
And nobody was giving me a nickname. Well, my last name is Smith.
Oh.
So yeah, that's right.
All right.
I've outed myself. I'm Jordan Smith.
Yeah.
Jordan Isaac Smith, in fact. Yeah. Jordan Isaac Smith doesn't really get a cool, nickname. Besides that, my parents, they like to name everybody Bible names at the time. And they always, and for everybody that was, I think for most of the kids, we're all J's. They went through J names. There's an Xavier there too, but, Jannard, Jared. Oh, there's a Mark as well up top because it's named after my father. So Mark Jr., who is now a senior and has a Mark Jr., the third. So there's a Jannard, there's Mark, there's Jared, there's Xavier, there's Jason, there's Jordan, which is me. There's a Marisha. Oh, I forgot Kiana. There's Kiana. And then there's Marisha. And then there's a Jonathan on the bottom. So 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I know.
all the J nicknames, man, they were gone. You know, you can't call me J Dog. None of that. You know.
Yeah.
My brother, my younger brother, goes by Isaiah because that's his middle name.
Okay.
We have the exact same initials, JIS.
JIS.
Yeah. Yep. Got your ass. But that is actually his, you know, it's actually our initials.
Yeah, I got that one about to say. I caught that shit.
Yeah, it's JIS, you know, so.
Okay. Nah, that's cool, bro. So you like, man, I ain't got no, I need a nickname.
I know. I was trying to go through some other things, man.
Yeah.
I tried going by Isaac for a little bit, but then there was an Isaac in middle school that, you know, we all knew, and you know, then there was like there was Izzo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, J Izzo. I thought about that. That didn't really glue because I was just trying to make it up, and I wasn't really glued to it. I was just trying to come up with something that I felt was like actually made sense. Yeah. You know. And then I just started going by Mr. Smith in like my YouTube.
Okay.
You know, Mr. stuff like that. But there was nicknames that were like unrelated. But it's something that I've always related to was always the Ninja, you know. Yeah. That's been like, I have a character in my comic book universe that's named after me, and his name is Ninja Man. And it's been since I was like 6 years old I created this character. But I wasn't really comfortable it's not that I wasn't comfortable going by the Ninja. I would always call myself a ninja. Like, that's because I'm a ninja, you know what I'm saying? I can do anything. But it's always those people that are right next to you. It's like, I don't want to call you that. You know, the haters on your shoulder, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so there was a bunch of people that was like, oh, I don't want to call you. I don't want to call you ninja.
How come they just can't call you what you want to be called?
Right, exactly. Everybody else is doing it these days.
Yeah.
But, so I just, and I honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I consider legally changing my name to Jordan the Ninja. Because even as an artist, you know, there's a lot of people who even disrespect the name, you know, like, you know, they just, like, you know, I have my name on Facebook. So, you know, when people get your name, you know, they're like, oh, Jordan Smith. Yeah. And they just want to put it on the bulletin. And it's like, dude, I completely communicated that this is what this is what I go by.
I want you to put,
Ain't nobody calling Snoop Dogg
Calvin.
Or whatever. Yeah.
No, you're right though.
Sorry, it was what was it again? Snoop Dogg's.
I think Calvin Brothers.
Yeah, nobody's calling Snoop Dogg Calvin.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's calling 50 Cent. Curtis. Yeah. Ain't nobody calling 50 Cent Curtis.
Right.
You know?
You're right.
It's like that. You know, people don't respect anything until it's cool.
Okay.
Everybody calls me Ninja now because everybody else calls me Ninja now. You
so do you want them to say it in full, Jordan the Ninja? Yeah. So don't honestly, no Jordan is Jordan the Ninja.
There's a lot of variations that I've gotten from it. And honestly, some of this stuff, I've so glued to this because I've liked it so much that there were people doing things for me or making things based off of it since 2017. Yeah. It's never really been like a big deal at all, you know. And honestly, it was only like a couple of years ago that I changed my personal Facebook to have Jordan the Ninja. Okay. Because people still were trying to call me by my last name, and I don't like when people use my last name as an artist. So, but in 2017, it's like this sort of thing has always followed me, you know, like I was always walking around quiet. I used to do this after school running program when I was in middle school.
Runner?
Yeah. I mean, it was more like jogging or something like that. I could do some running. I would always be short of breath though at the time. But I used to do this after school running program, and the teacher taught us how to run without making any noise, you know. So that's how I would walk. I would always walk without making any noise. Okay. So, man, I'd just be right behind you. My manager, I'd be right behind my manager.
Creep up on you.
She'll turn around and be like, and it's all led me, all different parts of my life has led me just to being this sort of mysterious kind of thing that, you know, kind of turned into what I am now. But, you know, so then they would just naturally just start calling me Ninja at work. And then I put it on my name tag, you know, it was Jordan, and I put in parentheses the Ninja. because we get to make our own name tags at work back in the day when you could do that. When you had to print out your own name tags. Yeah. They probably still do that. But yeah, so then I had the Ninja on my name tag at work. And then, you know, people at work would just call me Ninja. I would go to other locations and stuff like that, and people knew me as the Ninja, you know, and I was working for Buc-ee's, not the Beaver Buc-ee's, but the local Buc-ee's that were here. We got sued by them, by the way. We won at the time. But they don't exist anymore. The local Buc-ee's doesn't.
They tried to do a cease and desist?
Yeah, that's because we were expanding, and we started putting stores in Texas.
Gotcha.
And so the actual Buc-ee's sued our Buc-ee's.
Oh, okay. A Buc-ee
but
okay.
They lost.
All right.
Yeah, but the Ninja thing was following me around. Eventually, I wouldn't even have a name tag because I ended up I worked my way up into corporate. And so I didn't have to wear a name tag. But then by that time, everybody else was calling me Ninja.
Even in corporate?
Yeah.
Dope.
So everybody was calling me the Ninja, Jordan the Ninja. Somebody called me Lil Ninja. You know, that was pretty cool. It's like, you know, like some sort of, you know, spinoff. And that was like her own version. There was one person who makes these little masks. In 2020, she made me one that said the Ninja on it, and it was like right across my face. That was super cool. Felt cool about that. Sorry, am I rambling a little too much?
No, I just keep thinking like every time you say Ninja.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Sometimes
people be trying to be funny, man.
They do,
you know.
They do. Okay, and honestly, even one of my buddies did that once.
Yeah.
You know, I think because I had posted on Facebook, I was like, dude, everybody at work calls me Ninja, and I was just saying that was so cool, and he put it in the comments, you know, black guy, of course. He's like, well, yeah, I know why they're calling you that.
All right, relax.
Yeah, and I was like, shit, that's not even why they're doing that.
So recently you had a meet and greet. This was like last week, right?
Yeah, last weekend. Yeah.
How was it?
It was epic.
So was this like your like first like meet and greet like type of thing like that?
That was before? My first. Yeah, that was actually.
And tell me about it, bro.
Dude, there was hundreds of people there, man. I was hoping for a better turnout. You know, I think that as a creative and somebody who has the ideas, somebody who's trying to do some big things, I'm always critically analyzing things, you know. Mm-hmm. And there was some things that I was like a little disappointed in, you know, of course. And there were things that I'm looking at as like, but there was also like the idea of what it was, you know. Literally hundreds of people showed up to the thing, you know. That's crazy, you know. It's crazy to think. And it's been less than a year. It was October last year when I blew up, like locally blew up, you know. So it's like there's a lot of things that are I feel very honored, you know, that people would even come out, you know, and see little old me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that was really cool. But, you know, there's a lot of like executive things that I was like, I wish this could have been better. But it was my first event of that scale. Okay. So I feel pretty confident that things will be different, you know, in the coming years for whatever events I may put up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was dope. It looked cool from the outside. I saw that you had like multiple other like individuals that were part of it too. So were they a part of the meet as well, or were they like was it like a panel discussion?
There was a panel discussion. Okay. Yeah, we had a panel discussion basically on the science of social media. We want, my important thing is to show people that it's this stuff. First off, it's not that hard. It's not hard at all, in fact. But most of the people are tricking themselves out of what could be their moment. You know, random people go viral all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, when's the last time you saw somebody who never had an Instagram page? They get on Instagram, they say, day one of doing this, and boom, millions of views. Yeah. Or somebody who doesn't even use Instagram like that, just starts an Instagram, and they're like, if I get 1 million followers, I'll do whatever the top comment says. Boom, virality, you know. Unfortunately, most of that isn't really sustainable. It's sustainable if you do, or if you follow through what you're doing. But, you know, in a lot of ways, I like to play the long game.
Okay.
you know, but that's what we were doing in the panel. We were showing people that there's, you know, we were telling people about what we do. We were telling people about, you know, the methods we go. We were talking about, you know, struggles, the things that we think about sometimes when we're doing our videos. And then we opened it up for a Q&A for people to ask questions, you know.
Okay, dope, man. Well, congrats on that.
Thanks,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
I had an ice cream flavor.
You had one?
I had an ice cream flavor. Yeah, Eat Creamery.
What was it? What was it?
It was called Forget About It, of course.
Forget About It.
And it was like a construction and cream. So it was like kind of like an orange base. I don't think they used any like food dye or anything like that, but there was like a ice cream with this sort of creamy orange base, and it had some Oreos, and then it had some what was it? Some cookie dough in it as well, in a waffle cone. Man,
waffle cone, that's fire.
It was banging.
And shout out to E Creamery for that.
That's right, E Creamery in Dundee. Yeah. So we're thinking about doing a deal for like a temporary flavor for the summer.
Okay,
people really liked it a lot. I think it'll be a really good opportunity for us to.
Are like our brand deals and partnerships increasing for you now?
Yeah.
Okay,
they definitely are. If I can close on them faster, that would be great. People reach out about doing stuff, and I have a lot to offer because I just make stuff that people like to watch. You know,
do you have a manager yet?
I sure do.
Okay,
and you're looking at them.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I think another thing about this sort of thing is I think I just transfer what I know from music. You know, I've been managing myself as a musical artist for so many years. And I've also done my own social media for myself. I think all the combined skills that I have, I just put them all into one thing and I'm like, oh, I know how to do that. So for the most part, I don't really have anybody to do outside management. I'm currently looking to have someone handle the administrative work though. Not as a manager. I just need a hired gun because I need to delegate some stuff to make my product increase.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
It's hard. I was telling Dana this earlier. We were just together. It's hard to expand when you're doing it all by yourself. You know, I have to, you know, be out creating, doing my thing, sponsorships, thank you emails, all this other stuff. It's really hard for me to see when people are like emailing me, oh, we want you to do this, we want you to do this. And then if I miss like an opportunity, which I do sometimes, and it's like, boy, I could have been on this day doing something else. Now I'm in a bar, you know, playing to the folks.
Yeah.
You know.
What's your favorite type of setting to play in?
That's a good question. I think there's favorites for different reasons. Maybe I really like playing on the street, you know. The reason why I like playing on the streets is because nobody's obligated to stop and listen to you. You know, I feel like that has really shaped me as an entertainer more than anything, you know, because you learn to play good. And if you're not playing good, people don't want to even look in your direction because it's like, oh man, he's going to try to pressure me to give him some dough. And it's like, he doesn't even sound that good, you know, but when you sound good, people can't help but to look at you. You know, and then pretty soon people can't help but to stop and gather around. And next thing you know, you got a little crowd of people just sitting around. And then you learn to only play the music that gets people to stop, you know. So then that's my favorite for sure. But, you know, I think also really like entertaining people in like on like main stages as well. Like Steelhouse was really cool show to do, but I feel like it gets a lot more personal when you're at a bar. So it's like there's so many different you know, ways to perform. But I'd say performing in the street, man, that's one of my favorites.
So when you playing on the street, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times street performers got like they music case open or got like a tip jar, right? How you feel when people come up and they stand and watch and then walk off and no tip?
It happens, man. That's the hard part.
In real time, while you playing, do you ever think anything?
Yes, sometimes I do. but it's more of an inside joke to me. I was playing with this killing saxophone player. His name's Andrew Sprague. Shout out as well.
Shout out.
Yeah. He's in Parfait, and we've been playing together for, I think, a little over a year because he was also in Snap too. We were playing in the Sunday Farmers Market at Exarban. Are we good on time right now?
No, you good.
Okay, cool. Sorry, my bad.
You good.
We were playing in the Sunday Farmers Market, and I kind of walking through my head like what's going on, but it's like one of those things that you can only see when you're on the stage. You know, the stage, we're on the same floor as everybody else. We're literally in the middle of the street. And people are just passing by. Hundreds, thousands of people are passing by. Nobody gives a shit for the most part. You know, but some people, you know, but over the course of 4 hours, you can make some pretty good money. You know, at least you better. Otherwise, you need to go home and practice.
Go home and practice, right?
Or just be okay with getting better in the street until everybody, you know, finally finds a thing. But this is about the people walking off or listening to your thing. You know, I really just make a joke out of it. It's a game to me, really, because truthfully, you know, it's good to have the money, but I don't do it for the money. I do it for the love of the game. I do it because this is the thing that shaped me as a performer, and it makes me an entertainer. I 100% give all my credit of being an entertainer to being on the street. You know, you got to get out and get your feelings hurt, man.
You got to get them hurt.
You got to get out and get there when that guy is about to put some money in your jar, and then he's like, eh. You got to get out there when that girl, this happened a couple weeks ago. Or a few weeks ago. You got to get out there when the lady wants a tip, but the guy's like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right, dude. Okay, dude. Yeah.
Right. It happens, man.
Right.
You know. Yeah. Sometimes it could be whatever, but they're just random people, man.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and I walked them through what I was kind of going through, because it's kind of like a funny thing. I think it's probably another something I can credit to like old movies and characteristics and stuff like that. But you know, people will be walking by, and I'll, you know, I'll not get in their face, but. You know, they'll be walking by, and I know they're probably not going to tip it. I'll like, and I'll like face people and like, you know, do. And it's not to actually like solicit
just
people,
having fun.
But like, it'll be like we'll be done with the song, and the song will be over. But then, completely new people are walking by that never heard the song, and they're starting looking at you. So you're like, la 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 la, and then next thing you know, we're playing a song for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just milking it for the dough or the possible dough.
You know,
You know, and it's not doing it for that, but it's more of just the laughs, you know, and I love to make them laugh when I'm playing with them. So
you feel like that translates to when you're doing other live shows, right? Like when you're doing the main stage, being able to just interact with the audience, or being able to drag a tune out, you know, longer, just, you know.
Sometimes.
You feel like it?
I mean, sometimes it's just about the fluidity of the show. I feel like I'm a little more merciful on the streets when it comes to that sort of thing, because it's like you're just having fun. You know what I'm saying? This is the part where you grow.
Yeah.
You know, when you're on stage, this is the part where you bring it. You know?
There you go.
And, you know, it's also nice to do things on the spot. You know, it's nice to, you know, communicate with the band members when you're going to do something different. And I do a lot of things different, but for the most part, if I know somebody can't hang out, I'll try to keep it pretty simple. But, you know, I enter, especially at like bar shows, like Harney Street Tavern, shout out again. There's like, you know, people come up to the stage, and some people are like, you know, you know, and some people are having a good time, you know, and talking or saying things, or they want you to play something, or, you know, doing anything. And I love interacting with them in general. I love making people laugh, man. If I can get that little joke sometimes in between the songs, or if I'm doing like something and we just switch up how we're doing it, and it makes people laugh. Yeah. You know, it's really funny. So having that audience interaction is great, but I love throwing curveballs. So did you get engaged recently? I did. Yeah, a couple months ago. Okay. Yeah, on April 1st. April 1st. Yeah. I was a fool for her.
Yeah. That's what's up. Were y'all in like Paris or something, or was that here?
No,
I mean, it looked like it to me.
Italia.
Italy.
Yes,
okay, my bad. Y'all was in Italy.
Yeah, that was really fun.
So did you have that planned out? Like, did she know you were gonna?
She didn't know, but I had that thing planned out from the start.
Tell me about it. Yeah. How'd you pull it off?
All right, so
that looks smooth as hell.
I was chilling up with fine shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Hey, girl, what's shit?" No, I did have it planned out, and she didn't know that I was going to do it.
Yeah,
we had talked about it. You know, first off, I was having plenty of fun on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was out solo dojo. I was having my good times. It was days of plenty. So whenever I date somebody, I never date anybody publicly unless I know I like them or I'm actually going somewhere with somebody. So for the most part, I've been single for quite some time, but just us dating publicly, I mean, I'd already made up my mind that that's where we were going. So, you know, we had conversations about it kind of early on. I was like, look, if we're getting in a relationship, especially when I get in a relationship with somebody I like, I'm not here to kind of mess around. You know, if you're just trying to do all this other stuff, then that's fine. Just communicate that. But if this is going to be a thing, then this is what I'm working towards. And we luckily had the same sort of things in mind. You know, we don't really like to play around unless we're just going to play around, you know. So we were thinking about something chill. We were thinking about maybe eloping or something like that, which we've kind of changed our mind about due to some family requests.
They want to be there for it.
They do.
Of course.
They do. So to us, it doesn't really matter that much, which I think is important, you know. But to do it for them is, you know, or to at least have a moment that they can be a part of, you know, would be nice for them. So, yeah, we already had the plan. We were going to sort of try to aim for the year mark. When we went on our first date, we went to the zoo. And you know, I mean, I've been head over heels about her since the beginning anyways, and I'm still that way. So, but, you know, even in the beginning, you know, we had kind of talked about that even on the first date, you know, but she told me, you know, you absolutely cannot propose before 6 months to a year, you know, and I was like, all right, cool.
My boy's ready to.
You know, it takes me a while to like somebody.
Sure.
You know, it takes me it doesn't take me a while to like somebody, but when I know something is there and I know this is what I want, it's 100%. I mean, we've got everything in common in all the right ways. We've got everything that is different in all the right ways. We bring a completely different perspective, and it brings a lot. It brings a lot. We help each other grow so much. I'm a very emotional person. She's a very logistical person, and it just like balances each other out, which is kind of funny because you would expect the man to be all logical. You know, you would expect the lady to be emotional. It's the exact opposite with us.
Okay.
You know, so but there's so much that we're teaching each other, you know, about what we do and helping each other with our different skills. But so I hit her right at the 6 month mark too. It's probably like, it could have been like around maybe seven-ish.
Is that was the Italy trip?
Yeah, that was the Italy trip. So we started hanging out with each other on August 1st last year. And then I think we went on our first date on like September 14th. And then from there, we, you know, I think when we got towards the end of the year, we were like, hey, it would be really cool to go on a trip. We've never, like, been in Italy before, and I've never been out of the country, at least not and I'd never been in Europe, you know. So we planned the trip. It was kind of set up. You know, we lined things up, had it going on. We had talked about, you know, the whole engagement and getting engaged at some point in time. But, you know, when we were looking, you know, we started kind of looking for like rings and stuff like that. I was gonna go get it before we went out of town. She was out of the country for a couple of weeks, and I was like, oh, this is or maybe a week. I was like, this is the perfect time for me to, you know, spin up something real quick. So I tried, but we didn't put it on like layaway.
Okay.
So it was gone when I got there. And I told her too, because she called me just to talk to me. And I was at the mall. I was like, I said, I got some good news and bad news. Good news, I'm out here looking because I was going to do this stuff while you were gone. Bad news, it's not there anymore.
Ain't the one you wanted.
Yeah, so I did end up getting her a promise ring, though, I think. And I gave it to her the night of the OEA Awards, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you win one this year as well?
No, I lost.
No?
I lost. I lost to you.
Oh my God, you were an Artist of the Year.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Okay,
yeah,
sweet.
Artist of the Year, I lost to you.
I'm sorry, man.
It's all good, man. I won before, man.
Oh, yeah, I know. I see that. First time winner over here. You know.
It's all good. No, it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave it to her. I gave that to her then, but later on when she was out of the country, I couldn't find the ring, but
hold on, you couldn't find it when you got?
Well, no. Oh. I mean, I had the promise ring, but I couldn't find the actual because she wanted to pick her own. She didn't want a rock. She wanted a band, you know. And we were going for a small sort of budget. We couldn't find it, and my aunt lives in Texas, and we were kind of telling her about the thing, and she was like, "Well, if you need any help, I know some people, that." You might have some options to choose from. Yeah. And so, she sent us a couple of pictures of hey, they have this over here,
Okay.
And it was like, okay, yeah, it was great. It was a little out of our range though, as far as what we were looking for.
Yeah.
So we were thinking it was going to be a while down, but I called her back, and this was 2 weeks before we left. I called her back and I was like, hey, this is just a secret, but I would like to get, because Jewel really liked the ring, and I was like, I would like to.
There we go. To
go for this one.
Yeah.
But I need to get it in the next 2 weeks before we leave. She was like, okay, let me call around, see if they can expedite it. What size do you need it in? La 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 la. So she set it up. And I was just going to, what I decided to do, I was going to do a small little payment plan. So I would just, I started saving up, and I started putting a little aside, and I would just start putting it into the thing. And in 2 weeks, at the ring, man.
That way it came in?
Yeah. So she thought it was going to be a long time ago, a long time from there, and I just kind of secretly started stashing up a little bit.
So you didn't even tell her when you got the ring in or nothing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you hide it?
There's a small second bedroom in the house that I live in.
Okay.
And it's where I also moved. 1 month after we started hanging out with each other, I moved. And I think that was maybe a week or two before our first date.
Yeah.
So there's a room that just has all my stuff. It's a really small house. So it's so there's not enough room for most of my stuff. So some of my stuff is in storage. And whatever I could fit, I just threw in that room just to get it in the way. And then I just put it behind some junk there.
Yeah.
And that's where I hid it. Every once in a while I would have it out, just to look at it. It was kind of nice. I wanted to go to show my parents, They're pretty crazy about it.
Yeah.
And, I think one time when she was working out or something like that in the park, I held up the box and took a picture,
Okay. I feel you. Just, a little thrill.
She didn't even know.
Didn't even know.
You know what I'm saying? See?
Yeah.
Told you, they call me the Ninja Man.
Man, that's cool, bro. That's cool. So you was like, hey, babe, let's go to Italy.
We were already gonna go to. We already had the trip planned, anyways. She just didn't know that's what was gonna happen. We were just gonna try to adventure and have a good time and find some cool activities.
Did you know? Did you decide when you were there at what point you would do it?
I had no idea, man. I was carrying that thing around with me.
Just thinking for the right time.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the first day I didn't, I hid it in my back. I had to put it in the bottom of my backpack because I didn't want her to find it or go look for anything. And so I was like, well, so I pulled it out, I think maybe the second or third day. I was like, well, something's going to happen in the time. So I was like, well, it'd be great. Then I was thinking, maybe I should just wait, because we were crossing back through New York because we were going to go to this Easter event that I usually go to every year. Okay. And I was like, well, maybe I should do it there. But I was like, I know it'll be cheesy to do it in Italy, but it's be really sentimental. It'll be really cool to do it, you know. Story for the kids later, you know. Yeah. So I carried it around for a while, just in my pocket, and I had no idea, man. But there was one night we were going to this jazz venue, Gregory's, in Rome, and I was like, man, we only had, I think it was the next day or the day after the next day, we weren't going to have any time to like venture around or go anywhere or do anything. And honestly, all day we were, looking for something, and I was like, this just, nothing feels right. I don't want to just do it in front of a bunch of people so everybody can start clapping, and then it just doesn't feel real.
Okay.
I live a very public life.
Yeah.
So I really like the most important moments to me are the quiet ones and the sentimental ones, the ones that people don't see all the time. I really like to express myself a lot when it's not just like, to be seen by a man, So it was kind of quiet. We saw this little, spot where there was like a water fountain. It was some nice, a nice building in the back, and I thought it was really nice layout. And I was like, hey, we were going to ride a Lime scooter. We were riding a Lime scooter over to where we were going. I was like, hey, let's just kind of stop somewhere and chill and just talk about, because we were thinking about making a cute video of like, talk about our trip and see what's going on. So we decided we would do that, lo and behold, And so we set up the little camera and we started talking our little video.
Okay.
Boom! Got her!
Okay. Put out the ninja.
That's
the ninja
right.
trick. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty sentimental moment. And come to find out, it was in front of the Vatican.
Oh, did you know that?
I had no idea.
Wow.
Neither of us had no idea. We'd never been to Rome before. Wow. But I didn't know where we were. But the next day, we were, looking for like last sentiments and stuff like that for like the, so we went to like a postcard place, where you can get some souvenirs. I picked up something for my mom. She wanted to pick up something for there. And on one of the postcards, we saw a picture, and I was like, hey, that's where we were.
Dang.
And we looked at the top, and it was like, oh, you're in front of the Vatican.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah. Wasn't too bad. Honestly, if I knew it was the Vatican, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
So that worked out,
That's cool, bro. I saw it. I was like, damn. I look like a out of Disney movie. You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
So, yeah.
It's, and shit, I don't know. I've never been engaged before. Never been married before.
I feel you, man. Shout out to you, my boy.
I think about it like dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk to each other for a while. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time.
Yeah.
Go on a date. We're dating each other for a little while. In a relationship. We're in a relationship for a couple of while. We get engaged. We're engaged for a little while. Then we get married.
Yeah.
So we're engaged now. That's like we're on the victory lap. We're in the final of whatever, but we'll do it. We'll think about it. Whenever we feel will be the best decision for us to get married, we'll set a date,
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, she's an extremely talented poet.
Yes.
And you, my man's extremely talented individual, man. You are, man. You're a guy I've seen, wearing many different hats. Certainly one of my favorite guys around town, like in the city, though, for sure. Man. So much love to what you're doing and everything you got going on. You got anything coming up, like some shows and some things you want folks to know about?
Dude, always.
Okay, for sure.
But I think aside from the shows, which are happening all the time, I'm trying to step back into my film stuff. I used to do a lot of film back in the day, like in 2017 and stuff like that. And I've recently started talking to a movie theater company about getting my latest film shown at their venue. So it's a little short film, about 20-something minutes long, but I'm super excited. It was shot in 2020, so it's been a long damn coming.
Who worked with you on it?
Boy, a lot of people. Most of them were just people that I used to make YouTube videos with.
Okay.
So, but it was one of those projects where I wrote and directed it and had it shot by somebody, and now I'm editing, I'm doing the score, so it's kind of just a me project.
What's it about?
It's a sequel. It's called Shotgun 2.0.
Okay.
It's basically a comedy, a fight comedy fight comedy series sequel where, funny situations happen and somebody calls shotgun on a car, and then they get into this epic fight about it.
We used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, always called shotgun. Just some point when you can call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's in their world, in the world of the characters that are in the film, they called shotgun on someone else's car, And then then both clans get into this big sword fight with each other.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's pretty funny.
That's dope. You are you gonna try to premiere it like in Omaha Film or like Benson Fest?
I don't know. Right now I'm talking to this movie company just about doing an individual thing.
Gotcha.
I want to be able to profit off of it.
Makes sense.
My own rights.
Do it the right way.
OFF, you can only put it in like a Omaha premiere. It has to be a premiere, so you can't have it shown anywhere else if you're going to do the Omaha Film Festival.
Gotcha.
And there won't be any money in that. So
that's cool. That's dope. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing what kind of films you put together, bro.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right. Hey, well, it was good chopping it up with you, my man.
As well, Doc.
Right? It's always.
Indeed.
Okay.
Remember, kids, speak up.
So before we head out of here, how can everybody find you? Where should they follow you?
Everywhere. Everywhere that's best for you, because I am everywhere. And that's best for me. So Jordan the Ninja on everything.
All right. And how do you prefer people to approach you when they see you outside?
Oh boy, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just don't come up with a knife. That would be nice.
All right. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
All right. So let's see. Coming up though with Culture House, we got our we have our fashion show coming up July 11th, so don't forget about that. Tickets are on sale now. Our summer classic. You, a man of good fashion. I hope you will be in attendance. All right.
July 11th.
Yeah.
Is that a Tuesday?
No, it's a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
That'll be tough.
Saturday.
I hope I can make it.
Yeah.
But I tend to be booked like every Saturday and Friday.
It's all good. It's all good. Tonight I'm with my squad for the Culture House Open Mic League. You hear about that?
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at keeping up with everybody else.
So we run a open mic every first Tuesday.
Yeah.
But we've turned it into a music league.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you have accountability captains, right?
Ooh,
so,
love.
Folks that are like established, like myself, Kiara, Jazz, she's won this session. Mm-hmm. And there's a pool of artists that opt into the league. So you can sign up to just perform or opt into the league. And so the captains will evaluate, right? And when the showcase is over, we draft, right? So those on the draft board, so we draft. And so you come with a team. So it's 3 to 4 artists. And those next weeks are being in the studio, coming up with original music.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah. And then the original music is recorded, and then, of course, rehearsing. And then the next showcase, before open mic starts, there's the showcase. Wow. And so people come for that, and it's really cool. So then the audience decides who has the best song. And then we go into traditional open mic. So it's been cool. Dope. We're on the 3rd session now. It's pretty fun. The turnouts are great.
It's fun, man. Yeah. Accountability captains. We need some of that stuff in the jazz scene.
That's what I'm saying. So
letting everybody roam around here just playing anything they want.
Feel me? For real. So
learn your instrument. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yep. No, for sure. So we'll let it get you to come down. Come check it out sometime. But
yeah, man, that's tight.
But those are methods like I feel like, we can implement, right, to just bring more structure and just kind of guide things, man, and make sure that people are doing things in a way that has taste, and then it's executed. Right?
Yeah, man, with excellence.
Yeah, with excellence. So
yeah,
that's kind of the whole point behind it. You know what I mean?
It's a hole in the community, man. Everybody in these bigger cities, man, they have communities that require you to step up in order to be successful. And we don't have that here a lot of times.
You can't just keep like saying, okay, it's good. Like you have to be able to take the critique that comes with someone wanting you to challenge yourself, to push yourself to be better. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And not take it personal.
Nobody wants to get their feelings hurt, man.
Right.
I chase after that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I do this to Mitchtown. I do this to Dana. I do this to everybody I ever play with. And these are people who have played with legends, man.
Yeah.
When Marcellus, Mitch is Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I go up to Mitch every time I ever play with him. I was like, what'd you think, man? And he tells me some stuff. Sometimes it's nice. Most of the time, it ain't that nice.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's saying anything mean, But the thing is, I want to grow, man.
Yeah.
And in Omaha, especially, you have to actually like go after that yourself because people won't just do that. Back in the day, people would do that whether you liked it or not. And in a lot of these big cities, you'll find it more often because there's more excellence there. Here, you can slide by with everybody telling you you're great.
Slide by with everyone telling you great.
I know. Yep. I hate that.
Yep. So, but yeah, that's it for the day, y'all. Marcy's at the helm. We signing out.
Jordan the Ninja.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace.
Toodles. Now scram.
You dirty bastard. I still need designs. They was trying to leave my name out and I leave the line. I've been claiming Raleigh Science since 2009.